oh my god, where do I even start? So not only did we need 2 hours to make up for the fact that the AMAs are next week and we can't have an episode then, but we also needed 2 hours because to end it where the first hour ended would have been like the worst cliffhanger in the history of the universe. And yes, I am including the end of the first season of Sleepy Hollow, the Reichenbach Fall, and the one with Ross's wedding in all of that. Though we would have had our results a little bit faster than those did because they were season finales. So I suppose we should go chronologically because a lot of the things that we've been asking this season have been answered in the flashbacks. So fair warning, there's a lot of snark in this episode because that's the only way that I can deal with my feelings. So once upon a time in Arendelle, Ingrid was a shady trying to ruin the magical sisterhood of Anna and Elsa. Ingrid has some classic projection issues and needs to stop everything forever and get some therapy. But luckily, Elsa knows better and is a fantastic liar, although I suppose it's to be expected for someone who lied about why they were locked in their room for the last 12 years or so. And oh my god, I love Anna so much, can we keep her forever, please? So the Scooby Gang goes off hunting for the magical urn, and oh my god, why did you bring Hans back? Why is he in the closet? If no one is allowed to go into the East Wing, did you need to like put him inside of something? Like wasn't he okay just in the room? I also love how Anna has once again read the script and was like, we should probably just hire some new guards when this is over because the ones we got kinda suck. And then we get to the part where I had to put my hood up, because just like hiding under the blankets keeps the monsters away and nothing can get you when you're in bed, putting your hood up in your hoodie while watching your favorite TV show is gonna prevent you from having a feels attack. Ingrid draws Anna on a Nordic legend, and wait a second, hold up. A Nordic legend? Where are we? What world is this? What year is that? I don't know what's happening and how they know about Nordic legends when this is not a world, huh? So does the fact that fairy tales spill over from their world into ours go the other way? Are we like exchanging legend knowledge? Does the author of the storybook, and I have a lot of things to say about that later, does he have a hand in this? Is he part of the exchange of goods and ideas? So anyway, we get some eyeball horror as Anna is placed under the Shattered Sight spell, and then because reasons, Ingrid has her torment Elsa, and then Anna traps Elsa in the urn and Ingrid gets mad for some reason, like she can't just open the urn herself and let Elsa back out. And then we finally know what happens to Anna. She's still in Arendelle, she's just covered in ice. I wonder if defeating Ingrid means that all of the spells in Arendelle are also gonna get broken. Also, how's Elsa gonna get back to Arendelle? Oh, and then Mickey Mouse shows up again and he's human somehow, possibly because of the sorcerer, maybe, I don't know. And then we pull a complete Kingdom Hearts and Ingrid just walks through the door to our world. Question, how has Ingrid remained the same age for the last 31 years? I'm talking in universe, it's still 2013 in the show. So let's talk about false equivalencies, okay? Anna is under a curse that makes her say mean things, so that actually means that she hates you and this is why you should love me. Is not a good reason to have Elsa love you, Ingrid. This is a lie. The Shattered Sight spell might make Anna reveal her dark secret feelings, but the thing is that that spell removes the humanity from people. We are cruel without our compassion, yes. But it is our compassion that makes us human. Anna may have felt those things, yes, but what mattered more to her was the love she had for her sister. There's a saying that I really like that goes something like, when you correct yourself, the first thought that you have is what you've been conditioned to say, but the second thing you think is how you really feel about something. So say that you think something really mean about one of your friends, like kind of a schadenfreude thing, and then you immediately feel bad about it. People might think horrible things and then correct themselves because they know that the horrible thing is in fact horrible, and that revealing these horrible things, you know, hurts people, so in order to not hurt these people, you don't say the horrible thing. Trust me, everybody has meanness in them somewhere. It is your self-control and the mindset to actively be a better person and not hurt people that is what sets you apart and makes you a good person. So actively be a kind person and don't say the mean things that you think in your head, because that's mean. Now on to the present day storybook stuff. I really want to know if Ingrid actually did something to Emma's magic or not, or if she's just with her head or something. Or maybe it's because she's begun to like use her magic more and try to harness it, and because of that it's closer to the surface and more susceptible to her emotions. And I say this not just because Emma got hit in the neck last week and I feel like that has some repercussions somewhere down the line, but because her hands are been red when she's been using her magic. They've usually been light white or gold. Even later in the episode her hands are red. Henry, oh my gosh, Henry makes my heart hurt because he knows he's his mom's true love and he should be able to help her with her magic, but he can't do it, and it breaks his heart that he doesn't think he's important, and he's so important. Like, the fact that he doesn't think he's special, and then Regina, of all people, acknowledges that she screwed him up, and she regrets it and wants to fix it and wants to make him realize that he is in fact a special person. Like that, there's so many things happening inside me that I need to feels attack. Like, Henry is absolutely an important person in the lives of so many of these characters, and maybe he just needs like a confidence booster. So let's get his grandpa's head out of his ass to actually not be stupid anymore and get the sword fighting lessons going again, and then Henry's confidence will come back. Okay, I got scolded for this one last week, so holy Outlaw Queen. They totally banged twice, except it's not really considered 2 times because they didn't leave their secret cave, and that's really kind of creepy that they did it in a crypt, but you know what, I'll take it. Also, hello Robin, hitting all of my secret buttons, and the fact that Regina's bra was hanging out a little bit was kind of amazing, and the fact that Snow was the one who told her. See, we could have had this ages ago. I really liked the whole Regina-Snow bonding thing, and then their whole like philosophical discussion on the dichotomy of good and evil and what it means to hope and rewards from the universe. Like, all of that was so good, and Regina really needed to hear that, and I'm like, good things are happening with at least 2 people in the show. And the fact that Regina's like, I owe Snow a quarter because there is hope in the world, and I'm gonna get to the book stuff. Just, there's a whole thing about the book. Just wait. Book things are coming. So there are a lot of metaphors packed into the storyline of Emma wanting to get rid of her magic because of many reasons, and I would be here till next year listing them all. So I want you to think of the metaphor that you like the best, and just keep that in your mind while we discuss this, because oh, there's so many things. I love that she kind of set everything in Gold's shop off, and then he was just walking around like, my little girl, look at all the wonders that you can do. But what shattered my heart was that David and Snow, instead of like telling Emma to be herself, and it's okay to be herself, and they love her for who she is, and they choose to go the route of, well, we'll support you no matter what you want to do. And so many people call them on their because that is such a attitude to have when we're dealing with a very integral part of who a person is. Like Emma choosing between going to community college and going to state school, like, yes, support her no matter what, because that's fine. Emma choosing to keep a part of who she is fundamentally as a person and getting rid of it? No, you need to be like, we love you for you, and you need to like understand that we care about you and we don't want you to change because like, especially because she is scared and you are part of the reason why she is scared, because you kind of rejected her. Actually, you outright rejected her. Snow White, do not tell me that it's all us, and David, stop sharing the blame, because this is not, no. Like, Snow White, you took the easy way out once upon a time and took a memory potion to forget David because it sucked, and I agree it sucked, and you thought it'd be easier to just not. But Emma was about to do the same thing, kind of, only instead of becoming just a mean person because she lost the ability to love, she was going to get trapped in a hat forever. Charmings, I love you, but you are so full of when it comes to your daughter. So let's talk about Elsa and how fantastic it is that she's like, it, y'all are basic, I'm gonna go stop her because I've been there and I know how she feels. Like, not only did she just trek across a town she doesn't know very well following a magical scarf, but then she talks Emma down from what sounded like a suicide note according to Snow's relaying of the message. Like, that was bad. And then true love's hand-holding. I don't think that's what it was, but it sure had the effect of it. BFFs forever. Seriously, continue thinking about the metaphor of your choosing earlier, and we're gonna Elsa has been in Emma's shoes, and how it's one thing for your loved ones to accept you, but you need to accept and love you. Self-love is so important. All of the outside love in the world is not going to make the dent that it needs to if you are not open to accepting love and also loving yourself, because that's the true way to begin healing for a lot of things. Be open to love and accept and love yourself is the moral of this episode. And yes, as much as I would have been on the floor screaming if it had been Killian who went in and did the whole spiel. It is hugely important, way more important actually, that Elsa was the one who went and did it. We need way more amazing ladies saving other amazing ladies. And then Ingrid fucks everything up, and god damn it, I hate everything. Our best this week are a little more abstract than usual, but I need to talk about the meat of a lot of things. Our best complete and utter asshole award goes to Rumpelstiltskin. Out of the 911 words I wrote in my notes for this episode, approximately 300 of them were just me cussing out Rumple. The words "you asshole" and "you complete and utter ass" were used in concession with each other. Like, good job on being self-aware about how much of an asshole you are, but really? There's only one way to take care of her magic, and that's by stuffing her into a hat like a freaking rabbit. And no, you are not just betraying Ingrid by shoving Emma into that hat. She's got parents, a brother, a son, a boyfriend, friends, like half the town owes their lives to her. This is not an isolated incident. This has widespread repercussions about what you're gonna do. Like this is not, you're not thinking things through because you're only focused on your own goals, you got big pictures, not little puzzle pieces, big pictures. Oh, and then the icing on the cake is ripping Killian's heart out, which to be fair, all of us did call that happening last week, and controlling him like a puppet. I am so angry at you, Rumple. I'm going to call your wife and make her do something. I don't know what she's gonna do, but she's gonna do something. The best subtle hint at characterization goes to Ingrid for being barefoot whenever possible. It speaks to her innocence at heart and how because of it she genuinely believes what she's doing is the right thing and everybody's gonna go along with it. If you ask me, she needs a magical reset button to her childhood like Nehelenia did at the beginning of Sailor Stars. The best overall metaphor goes to the storybook and the author. I have been stewing over this for a little while, and now that we've finally come back to the whole looking for the author thing, I can talk about it. So there's a clear indication that the author is some kind of higher power. Whether the author is actually the sorcerer, which I'm kind of thinking that he is, or if he's somebody else entirely, it's very clear indication that he shapes the lives of the characters. The clear fight between pre-planned destiny and free will that Regina talks about is a discussion in many belief systems. How far they're gonna go with the metaphor remains to be seen, but as somebody who has made a study of many different beliefs, I'm finding it really interesting to see a variation of it playing out. And finally, the best kicked puppy that is making my heart break into a million pieces is Killian. I appreciated the camera pan over to Killian for the tracking potion port on something that belongs to Emma. And then the first phone call, because you know he only calls her Emma when it's actually really important. And let's not talk about the second phone call. The way his voice breaks a few times and how he's barely holding it together because he knows she's basically about to die. God damn it, I talked about it. I seriously thought there was an I love you coming, and I'm kind of glad that there wasn't because it kind of works better face to face. There's more, you know, staking me in the heart happening. So I'm gonna call it now, episode 11, after he gets his heart back, let's be real. But the fact that she didn't even get the message kills me. Did Rumple erase it? Is Emma's phone password protected? Does it need to have a password for it? Can you just magically erase it like he did the tapes? And then, to quote my notes, God, I hate you and everything you stand for. Stop everything. Don't do this. Stop it. Emma, get outside and save your man. And then the way that he was looking at her like he was trying to memorize every little nuance of her face because he knows he's gonna die soon, and the fact that she knows that something is up like immediately, and let's not forget the fact that the freaking music from the end of last season is playing while Emma's shooting off the fireworks and Killian isn't there because he doesn't want her to find out that Rumple is controlling him. I'm done. I can't. I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like impassioned speeches about how fictional characters are ruining my life, please hit that subscribe button, and also make sure to hit the likes and comments and let me know like what things that I missed, because I know I missed a whole bunch of things. So many things happened this episode. Let's continue discussion down in the comments.